it's also a very big question, actually. So it asks, how do you write about space, place, and time?
How do I write about space, place, and time?
Space, place, and time. Yes.
Well, it depends. Depends on what I'm writing. In some projects, those questions have greater relevance, and some projects less relevance. Dove mi trovo, this novel is very much rooted in place, a series of places, and it's also a book set in no place. It's not clear where the book is set. So it follows this abstract line that you mentioned, Jan, of the stories. And so the character is in a city, but we are not sure exactly what city it is, because I never name it. On the other hand, there are some clues, and I think certain people will be able to identify some of the clues. But it is also it's also subject to interpretation. And so that's just the place question. But I mean, if you look at the books over the years, I mean, clearly setting has been very important, and it's sort of a determining factor, and that's clearly a result of my being brought up as the child of immigrants, for whom another place was the center of their lives, right? So if you grow up with parents who are always sort of oriented toward another place that you are not physically in, and that's very far away, actually, that teaches you a lot about the meaning of place. It teaches you what the place you are inhabiting means, and what the importance of other places, what value places that you can't see and that you're not in have, right? And so many people, so many children are raised this way with parents who have a different set of. I mean, I always thought that was that was the most fundamental, the fundamental difference between me and my classmates, for example, when I was growing up, was that my sense of their parents was that their parents' lives were the space and the place they were inhabiting, and that was about it. And that was so not the case for my mother and father. They were inhabiting a certain space, and they were living, thinking, worrying, fretting, longing for another place, right? So that's another element of sort of the hybridity, if you will, sort of that carrying of two places or more in your heart, in your soul, and ironically, that's become my destiny, or was my destiny, and now is my life, because I have this very intense relationship with Italy, also have these two places that are, always inhabiting my soul.